Target down.
Hey guys, welcome to Digit.in, and this is our review of Gears 5, the latest game for the Xbox One and PC by Microsoft's own studio, The Coalition. Now the game is priced at 3,999 rupees, but if you are a member of Xbox Game Pass, you can play the game as a part of your subscription on launch date, which is September 10th. And if you have subscription to Microsoft's Game Pass Ultimate, you can start playing the game on September 6th. Now, Gears of War and Halo are two franchises which have helmed Microsoft's consoles ever since the days of the Xbox 360. And Gears 5 actually kicks off right where Gears 4 left off. It is a cover-based shooter, and it actually defined the cover-based shooting genre. So, kicking things off with the story, this time around for the first part of the game, as you can see the gameplay on your screen right now, you don the role of JD Phoenix, the same protagonist from Gears 4. However, after a few chapters, the story quickly takes a turn and you don the role of a new protagonist, Kate. Now, she was there in the previous game as well, but now the story is all about her. If you remember, at the end of Gears 4, there were some interesting revelations about Kate's relationship with the enemies in the game that you fight called the Locust, and in this game story, that relationship is explored even further as she goes to find out why she has this strange link to them.
Mom! Come in close.
Now, the story may be a little overwhelming for those of you that are new to the franchise. However, fans of the franchise will feel right at home. For those of you that are new, there is a recap for the entire franchise and a separate one for Gears of War 4 under the extras menu. But where this game really shines is with its gameplay. Now, like we said, the Gears franchise actually defined cover-based shooters, but this time they've taken the game to a whole new level because of your handy robot whose name is Jack. You have a bunch of abilities that Jack can do when you press the Y button. For example, he could put a protective shield around you, make you invisible for a little bit of time, show you where enemies are on the map. And if you press the Y button while using the left trigger, he can do some advanced moves like taking over some of the mechanical enemies that you fight in the game, along with setting up some traps which can take care of the enemies while they are moving towards you. Think of Jack as Atreus from God of War. You don't need to take care of him or hold his hand, but when you need his moves, he's right there with you. You also have slightly open maps in Gears 5, which is a lot like Metro Exodus. These open maps have side objectives, which gives you a couple of upgrades for Jack, a couple of new weapons, and you traverse these open maps with a vehicle called the Skiff, and think of it as a combination between a ski and a boat. These side objectives aren't necessary, but they are of course a lot of fun, and they do give you access to some neat gear both for Jack and yourself. Now, there are of course a few new guns in the game. One of my favorites is the Lancer that now houses a grenade launcher, which kind of easily helps you take care of some of the enemies while they are far off in the distance, and then you can of course switch to the machine gun of the Lancer to take them out when they are closer. Putting everything into the mix, you can finish Gears 5 in about 15 hours, which is good enough for a weekend. But the game has a lot more longevity thanks to multiplayer. The story can be played as a 3-player co-op where 2 players control human characters and 1 controls Jack. But the multiplayer of the game which actually succeeds is its various online modes, which includes things like Versus, Escape and Horde. Now, Escape is of course the newest mode, which is very interesting because you actually have to escape from the clutches of the Locust, and you have to escape really fast because once the escape begins, you are followed by a deadly gas behind you that will kill you, and you're blocked by the Locust in front. There's also a map builder that will let you build maps to play online with your friends, a lot like the level builder we've seen in Mario, and this is actually really interesting. Good old Horde mode is back as well. Overall, the gameplay is fresh enough to keep fans happy and will also appeal to newcomers alike. Now, moving on to the graphics, the game looks absolutely stunning because Microsoft claims that it can run at 4K HDR at 60 FPS on a 4K capable TV. We, however, played the game on a 1080p TV, and for the most part, it held its own as far as the frame rates are concerned. It was only towards the end of the game where there is way too much action happening on screen that we saw some stutters and dips in the frame rates, but apart from that, the game ran really smoothly. The two big environments, which have a lot of snow, and the second one, which has a lot of red sand in it, looked absolutely breathtaking with a lot of details. The character models are good. Even their movement is fluid when they are moving from cover to cover. Needless to say that this is one game that you will definitely enjoy playing if you have a state-of-the-art television and maybe even a home theater system. So overall, Gears 5 is a fantastic game with stunning visuals, improvements to gameplay and a story that fans will appreciate. The multiplayer is of course something that you should definitely look forward to. If you are one that has an Xbox One or if you are a fan of the Gears franchise, this is definitely one for you to check out. The cherry on the cake, like we said in the beginning, is the fact that you can play it as a part of your Game Pass or Game Pass Ultimate subscription. So there you have it, guys. That was our review of Gears 5. You can always let us know what you thought of this video in the comment section below. And for more from the world of technology, you can subscribe to our channel.
For the latest technology updates, subscribe to Digit.in and don't forget to hit the bell icon.